Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news. The whispers around the NFL are getting louder, and the buzz is all about a potential blockbuster trade that could shake up the NFC East in a way we haven't seen in years. And no, it's not just speculation. There are serious sources pointing towards the Philadelphia Eagles, our division rivals, making a bold move that might change their offensive rebuild and, quite frankly, shake up the balance of power in the division. The player at the center of this storm? Landon Dickerson, the Eagles' talented All-Pro guard who's been a key piece in their offensive line. But it looks like the Eagles are considering parting ways with him, and the Giants might be right there to take advantage. Sources indicate that the Eagles, sitting with about $4.2 million in cap space, are eyeing a rebuild after a promising 6-3 start that's been marred lately by injuries. Their offensive line, which once looked like a strength, has suffered, allowing a hefty 37 sacks so far this season. That's a glaring issue, especially considering the Eagles' ambitions. The plan. They're reportedly looking to trade Landon Dickerson in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026 and a fourth-rounder in 2027 from the Giants. This move would free up roughly $13 million in cap space, giving the Eagles additional flexibility to bolster their offensive line or secondary, depending on their needs. Now, trading Dickerson isn't just about cap relief, it's about strategic rebuild. The Eagles are ceding some of their interior line strength, but in return, they're acquiring draft capital to focus on their secondary needs, especially after some injuries have decimated that unit. It's reminiscent of what the Cowboys did in 2023, prioritizing rebuilds that strengthen key areas. The Eagles are reportedly feeling the pressure to retool their offense, particularly after allowing 37 sacks, which is the third worst in the league. They're also aware of the need to secure more picks, especially with their secondary suffering from injuries and needing reinforcements for the long haul. But why would the Giants be interested in making such a trade? Well, for starters, Landon Dickerson is a proven elite guard, one of the best in the league right now. At 27 years old, he's already earned All-Pro honors and is recognized as a top 100 NFL player for 2025. His pass blocking grades are off the charts, an 85. 4 according to PFF, ranking third among guards, and he's equally dominant in run blocking with an 87. 9 grade, ranking 4th. Over his career, he's maintained an impressive overall grade of 86. 2 this season, through 398 snaps until November, he's allowed just 15 pressures and only 2 sacks, making him a reliable anchor in any offensive line. His EPA per run stands at plus 0.24, highlighting his effectiveness in both pass and run blocking. Landon's minimal injury history adds to his value. He missed Week 6 with a back issue, but overall, he's been durable and consistent. His presence on the line could significantly improve the Giants' offensive line stability, which has been a major concern this year. With Schmitz's status uncertain and the line allowing 38 sacks, bringing in a seasoned, elite guard like Dickerson could be a game-changer. It would give the Giants an anchor in the middle of the line, boosting their pocket protection by roughly 20%, and increasing EPA per pass by around 14%. This is exactly the kind of upgrade that aligns with Brian Daboll's scheme, which heavily relies on having an elite interior line to unlock the full potential of the offense. Now, let's talk about the implications. The Giants are currently sitting at a disappointing 2-6 record, but a trade for Dickerson could be the spark they need to turn things around. Improving the line would not only help Daniel Jones, but also elevate the entire offense, especially the run game led by guys like Saquon Barkley and the emerging tandem with rookie Jalen Hyatt. The Giants' offensive scheme is built around a strong interior line, and with a top-tier guard like Dickerson, they could see an immediate boost in their offensive efficiency. In fact, the odds for them to make a playoff push could jump significantly, with some sportsbooks increasing their chances from plus 6,000 to plus 3,200. Especially if the move translates into a 15% increase in win probability against tough division rivals like the Dallas Cowboys. From Philadelphia's perspective, this move signals their willingness to shake things up, prioritize draft capital and focus on a rebuild similar to what the Cowboys did last year. They're also looking ahead to their long-term outlook, especially with Jalen Hurts' contract situation, which has become a point of concern given his 81.6 grade under pressure this season. The Eagles are making strategic decisions, knowing that they need more draft picks to rebuild their secondary after injuries have thinned out their depth. It's a classic case of a team trying to stay competitive while planning for the future. For the Giants, this potential trade could be a turning point. Acquiring Landon Dickerson would be a statement, showing that they're serious about rebuilding their offensive line and making a push in the second half of the season. It's a move that could elevate their game, boost morale, and quite honestly, turn their fortunes around. The NFC East has always been a fiercely competitive division, but with this kind of move, the Giants could shift the power dynamics significantly. The division rivals will need to watch their backs if this trade goes through, because an improved Giants line would make them a much tougher opponent in the coming weeks. Looking at the bigger picture, this potential deal reflects a broader trend across the league. Teams are increasingly valuing interior offensive line play, understanding that a dominant line can be the foundation for a successful team. Landon Dickerson's skills, durability, and leadership qualities make him one of the most coveted guards in the league right now, and the Giants seem like a perfect fit to add this kind of talent. It's not just about patching their immediate issues, but about building a team that can compete at the highest level for years to come. As we get closer to the trade deadline on November 4th, the NFL landscape is poised for some serious shakeups. The Giants, with their current roster and draft assets, could be in prime position to make a move that not only improves their offensive line, but also sends a message to the rest of the league that they're serious about contending. The NFC East, known for its grit and competitiveness, could see a new order emerge if this trade happens, with the Giants suddenly becoming a more formidable team with a much more robust offensive line. Of course, nothing is set in stone yet. These rumors are swirling, and teams are weighing their options carefully. But the potential for a Landon Dickerson trade is real, and if it materializes, it could be one of the most impactful moves of the NFL season. It would not only elevate the Giants' offensive line but also send shockwaves through the entire NFC East. The division's landscape might be shifting, and the Giants could be at the forefront of that change, ready to challenge the status quo. So for all us Giants fans, it's an exciting time. We're watching closely, hoping that this move comes to fruition because if it does, it might just be the missing piece to turn our season around. A revamped offensive line with a guy like Dickerson leading the charge could be exactly what Daniel Jones needs to get back to his best, and what Saquon Barkley needs to break loose for those big runs. The future is uncertain, but one thing is for sure. This potential trade is a game changer, and we'll be here to cover every moment of it. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think landing Landon Dickerson would be the boost our team needs to turn things around? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinions matter so much to us and, of course, to the Giants organization. We're all in this together, and your voice is a vital part of the conversation. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news. We're in a crucial moment of the season, and whatever happens next, one thing is for certain. Giants Nation, we're ready to see this team rise again. Let's keep the faith, stay loud, and continue supporting our boys through every twist and turn. Because if there's one thing we know for sure, it's that this franchise always finds a way to fight back. And maybe, just maybe, this trade could be the spark that ignites our next great chapter.